Our mission is to promote a bright future while safeguarding the children of our country from the horror of drug misuse. And the slogan of the society is be a hero, be drug zero.
Thank you very much. And good morning, everyone. We are a member of Kwara State Drugs Control Committee.
NDLA has a mandate in all ramifications that has to do with drugs, and we discovered that it is not through punishment that you encourage people to have a change of heart. That was the reason why the DDR component of the NDLA was strengthened to bring in key stakeholders who will work together with them. This afternoon we are on campus, arising from the invitation we got from the drug-free advocacy group of KWASU. We work mostly in partnership and collaboration with different groups that we share the same vision and mission with. So today, here today to support them in sensitizing the community against the menace of drug abuse which has ravaged everywhere. As we talk, Kwara ranks the first in the prevalence of drug abuse in the North.
Well, thank you very sincerely, madam, and the team for this collaborative effort, which I believe is far better than going solo, doing things individually. NDLA is trying its best. One of the best things that happens to that could happen to Nigeria is NDLA. The establishment and the operation of NDLA. We've had interaction with them over the years. We are having it, and I'm happy they are the arrowhead of this visit. And other teams as well. You know them all, I don't know. I want to thank all of you for. I know how many of your children are amongst this. May not even have a child among them, but you did it fit as Nigerians. We want a free country, a country that's drug free. Drug is a big menace in this society today, around the world over. In the past, when there was fear of human beings, not even God. When we were kids, we used to take a cigarette using anyway. I got a chance. I was saying, even my younger brother got married and he was still afraid of smoking openly, and he was married with a child. I can remember. So, but today you can see what we have turned to. One Jimba stakeholders from Mugale to go I shall buy you can point to Mamma Mama. You go but you mother our family only so I just want to appreciate what you're doing. I don't think you are doing it, my own rights as well. When anything happens to me, freedom, 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 surely control whatever I'm controlling. But they want to have that absolute freedom. It's not given anywhere in the world. We are not Western world. But even in the Western world where they claim to have everything, see what they are going through today. Drug. Well, this group, advocacy group, this is my sister, my wife and my sister. They are doing, a great job here. And I'm happy you have seen it and you are supporting them. This is one of the things we are promoting. Then we do orientation every year. And every year we do our orientation. Before it was centralized, the whole university would do it one day. And when I became the dean, I just discovered that to me, it's not proper. It's on an annual basis, as you know. Then again, our students are doing well for my SU. I'm sorry, if I had known you'd be coming this time, I would have been here. The SUs, they are doing a great job for us. Since last year, we started having a good set of SU students. Of course, we monitor them, unlike before. Their elections now are monitored, are controlled strictly. So we want the best, we go for the best. And it has paid off. We're enjoying them now. So they are working now hand in hand with the management. They have their own clubs, anti-drug, anti-cultism, anti-this, anti-that. All these things are working for us. But we cannot be tired of all this. We need more actions. So let me take all the time you'll be and stick around on behalf of the acting vice chancellor of the university and the entire management team, the entire student community, and university community. I want to say a big thank you to you. I want to say God Almighty continue to strengthen you. God Almighty continue to protect you. May He continue to promote you. May He continue to guide and guard you. So that at the end of the day, you also will be thank God for the rewards you get. You don't just think you are doing all this. There is reward for it. There is reward. God will reward you. Manifolds. Through your children, through yourselves, through your God knows how to do it. Thank you very much.
The university, and of course these various sponsors have attached a lot of importance to because of the implications of drug abuse in the society. I cannot go on to mention those implications now because we have got our lecturers, our speakers from NGLEA and then the Kwara State Drug Control Committee who will do justice to the theme of this gathering. On those remarks, permit me to introduce the officers from NGLEA and Kwara State Drug Control Committee. We have, as the leader of the delegation, pharmacist Barakat Olarawaju. A round of applause for her. She is the chairperson, Kwara State Drug Control.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's a pleasure to start this auspicious occasion by welcoming everyone. I welcome our guests from NDLA and the Kwara State Drug Control Committee. We are actually gathered here today in observance of International Day Against Drug Abuse and Illicit Trafficking. Our society, which is the Drug Advocacy Society, aimed at raising awareness of behavioral health issues among students and youth, also in support and prevention of drug abuse, strengthening community ties. The mission of society is to promote a bright future while safeguarding the children of our country from the horrors of drug misuse. Society slogan is Be a Hero, Drug Zero. So most of the programs we're going to be having from Drug Free Advocacy Society is the national program, and we expect lots of collaborations from NDLA and the Kwara State Drug Command Committee. Thank you, everyone.
We all have aspirations. I want to be this. I want to be that. One thing about drug abuse is that the tendency is that most people that are hooked to drugs die prematurely. We should care about such a person. Now, apart from stopping stigma and discrimination, we must strengthen prevention. How do we prevent drug abuse in our society? Information is power. Wherever we are, we should try as much as possible to make sure we pass information. Some people have been hooked to drugs because of lack of basic information about drugs. And for us as students on campus, majority have been lured into drugs due to peer pressure. Don't be deceived. You have your life to live. Take charge of your life. We all have hopes. We all have aspirations. I want to do this. I want to do that. One thing about drug abuse is that the tendency is that most people that are hooked to drugs die prematurely. We must not die prematurely. We must achieve our aims in life. We are here on campus as students, and our hope is one day I will graduate from classroom to be an engineer, to be an accountant. But if we fall to the whims and caprices of drugs, this one will not be achieved. We have young ones roaming about the streets as a result of drugs. That must not continue. Nobody prays to be mad. We must ensure we work within the ambit of the law. Don't do drugs. The negative effect of drugs far surpasses what you think you are gaining from. And people that are having these challenges, we must show empathy. Make sure we support them. A drug addict can be rehabilitated and reintegrated back into society. We have them that have undergone rehabilitation. If they don't tell you that I was doing drugs before, you will not know. So our message today is, let's be our brother's keeper. Don't let us be deceived into taking drugs. Don't let us see people that are having drug use disorders as people who are hopeless. There is room for rehabilitation, and they can also be good citizens of this great nation. As students too, we should encourage our colleagues in doing the right thing. We don't pray for any student to run mad. Neither do we pray for any student to go to jail as a result of either use or trafficking. So please, let's do our best to ensure that we study well, we pass out well in flying colors, and we don't do drugs. And for those that are doing drugs, let us lend a helping hand to them. Let's bring them back so that they will also be able to achieve their aims and objectives in life. May the Almighty God help us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Pharmacist Doraka, for that interesting remark. Foresight we have heard, as people say, from the horse's mouth. And she is wishing us well, the very best wish that you can get from any loving mother. Can we give her a round of applause again? So she has said we must stop stigmatizing against those who are into drug abuse, and then we should also advocate to prevent drug abuse. Thank you, ma'am. Now we shall be taking the first presentation from our the Assistant Deputy Commander, Narcotics, NDLU. A round of applause from you.
First and foremost, I greet the chairperson of Kwara State Drug Control Committee. I also greet the organizer and the entire drug-free advocacy. And also, I greet all the students that here in this our gathering. Once again, good afternoon all. The people that have talked before me have said it all, but I will just add one or two things. First and foremost, this year's every June 26th, we used to commemorate drug-free day worldwide. And the theme of this year's school is people first. Stop stigma and discrimination, strengthen the prevention. That's the theme of this year. Every year, the worldwide, they used to give us the theme to talk about. Start like this. What is drug? There's no need of going over and over again about what is drug is. We all know that drug can be defined according to the perception of how you see it. If you ask what is drug to a layman, he just tell you it's a medicine. And it's true, it's a medicine. If you ask herbalist, all these traditionally, you ask them what is drug, they'll be talking about juju, how they will want somebody, how they will hunt somebody, and that's their own way of life. If I ask Elijah now as a pharmacy, what is a drug, he will tell me that when certain chemical mix together and you can use it for diagnosing, treatment and cure, that is a drug. And Elijah is right, because that is their work. So to me, when you say drug, you can define it the way you see it and the way it works for you. Now, what is drug abuse? Drug abuse is something when you take a substance into your body through any means. When I say through any means, it can be rubbed, it can be sniffing, it can be swallowed. Even mere seeing it can affect you, so that when you see it and it goes to your system and it reacted, that is drug. Then what is drug abuse? When you are now taking this drug without prescription. When you are taking it without prescription, or you are taking it often and often, that is drug abuse. For me not to waste much of your time, because I prepared this write-up even before this thing comes out. But at the end, I was able to put some of this thing. Because of our time, that's why I'm jumping on this one. Now, what is why do we choose? It's alright. Why choosing certain drugs? The reason why people choose drugs is that availability. When drug is available, it prompts people to have it. For instance, now the cocaine, because it's not that available, it's very few people that are taking it. Unlike India hemp that you can see anywhere. So availability of drugs is also making people to choose it. If not because of our students that they normally have a work money, the primary school cannot use cocaine because where you go see money to buy it. But with 50 naira, 100 naira, somebody can buy India hemp. So availability of it is one of it because it's very available at everywhere. Then the cost is one of the reasons why people choose to take drugs. As I've said, cocaine is more expensive than cigarette or cannabis. Another one is that accessibility. When you don't even have access to it, you cannot. For instance, somebody of his parents that they are not drinking alcohol, he have never seen his parents drinking alcohol. How will you start taking alcohol? Unlike a child that his parents used to take alcohol, the little one that remain in the bottle, the child can start tasting it because he have access to it. When somebody have access to something, he will take it. Now, let's talk about this year's what we call stigma. Because this theme of this year is stigma. Because of drug use and associated with stigma. If you see this picture, this person is in need of drugs. You want to take it. He's looking, how will I? Here, he cannot stand the game. He cannot wait. Anyhow you want to get, you can get it. Whether to steal, whether to kill, to get the money. What he needs here. Here, he has already addicted. So there is no way. On this one, anybody that they see this one, they will call it addict. Because they know that it's already in need. Now, why people take drugs that some people take it as their culture. He is the president of one country eating coca leaf, and they have shop that they are selling the coca leaf. Here, what they wrote here is that come and enjoy. That is by government to come and enjoy, because here they are selling cocoa leaf and they are doing it like as they are taking granite. Here, they are using it as a party, showing themselves that they are taking it. Can you see this one now? It's smoking. So these are the reasons why people just take the drugs. Some people also take it for relaxation. Can you see it? The reason why they are taking drugs. Some people take it for all these reasons. Another one is that they are taking it just to be accepted. Why I'm talking all this one is that for you to know why people taking drugs. The effect of it is that when they take the drugs and they become addicted, some people will now put stigma on them, see them they are drug addicts. But before they become drug addicts, this is what happened. This is the very reason why people take drugs. Now, this is both with a problem and difficulties. Some people are taking it because they want to cope with their problems. Some people will say, because my wife divorced me, I don't even know the reason why they divorced me. They left me with children, so there's nothing I can do is for me to find something to put myself down. So that's just the main excuse they be given. Then this is another one. To deal with a life problem and negative mood. Then all this one they are just the reason. Category of drug users. Now, category of drug use. One of the reasons how people use drug is that the first thing that always the port of call of drug use is experimental. Some people use it for experiment. It may be for laboratory experiment. It may be for human experiment. It may be for the first time of taking it. Experiment is experiment. The second one is for recreation. Some people use it for sport. Some people use for relaxation. So another one is situation use. Some people use it because maybe a drug was prescribed for them. Situation made them to use it. When they now continue using it without stopping, they can become addict. Intensive use, that is the same thing as continuous dependence. After all this one, it now become addicted and they cannot stop again. The last one is that they use it in a laboratory for one reason or the other. These are the reasons why people. Now, before this, please, I want to ask one question. If you are a father and you have a son, and the son is a drug addict, and he brought a girl to marry, will you allow your son that is drug addict to marry a girl that is not drug addict? Please, I want somebody to answer this one. You will not allow? Somebody say you will not allow, and I'm sure majority will not allow. Okay, another question is this. If you are a father and you have a daughter, and your daughter is addict, and a man that is not drug addict comes to marry your daughter that is addicted to drugs, will you allow her to marry that man? No. People say no. That is a sign of stigmatization. You are discriminating now. You can allow your son that is drug addict to marry somebody who is not drug addict, but you will not allow your daughter that is drug addict to marry somebody who is drug free man. So that is where the stigmatization started. Another question is that, how did you feel and think when you first meet or saw a drug user? I take it again. How did you feel or think when you first meet a drug user or drug dependent on drugs? How will you feel? Will you feel alright when you see somebody that is a drug addict? Answer that one into your mind. The second one is that, how do you treat drug users in your school or family or community or work? Do you treat them differently from other people? Why? Or what are your fear about dealing with drug users? Please answer all those questions. When you answer all these questions, you will know whether it's good to have to stigmatize somebody who is a drug user or not. The last one is that how will you feel if you become dependent on drugs? Consider who will you share the information with. How will you want to be treated by your friends and family and community? These are the questions that everybody needs to think about. Because if you have a drug addict as your child, the way you treat him in the house, that's how you're supposed to treat outsiders. If you can allow your child that is a drug addict and you want him to marry, likewise, if a drug addict want to marry your own, let him marry it, but monitor them so that you'll be able to take him out of this their problem. That's just the message I want you people to understand with all these questions. So we should not neglect, we should not shun somebody who is a drug addict. According to UNODC, they say we should take drug addict as somebody who is sick. You cannot say because somebody is sick, you abandon him, you feel that you can never be well again. He can be well. But the way we take a drug addict in Nigeria, we take them as a condemned person. This one, I even have somebody in my department before. Anyway, before I came, they say if they say you should cancel, it is okay. Let me see your hand. And if their parents is there, if their parents is crying, Mama, when did they make you cry? You don't know when you started. Anyway, NDLA is allowed for you to cry. Cry, well. Mama say you have a senior to this boy. Yes, you have junior to this one. Forget about this one, no. Forget about this one, no. This one can never be better again. Better face the other one that has senior and junior. This one, remove him from your time. Somebody that is NDLA counselor. So what I'm saying is that the way individuals see this thing is different. Now, stigma. When we say stigma, see there are the things that are connected with stigma. One, they will label you. See him, come, see him. They will label you. Two, discrimination. They will judge him. All these things, they will embarrass him. Name calling, different names. These are the what drug addict or stigmatization used to, what they used to face. Next one. So after that one, this where this thing will lead them to. They will be homeless because everybody rejected them. Even the parents will reject them. The friend will reject them. The family will reject them. They will become homeless. So they will be dirty. They don't even have to, they don't have time. This whole what this thing will lead them to. Now, what are the impact of stigma towards the drug user? Stigma towards a drug user and their family delay seeking help. They will not be able to get help because people have already named them. They have already labeled them. They are all their eyes is on them. Another one is that professional attitude often reinforce stigma and lower expectation of recovery. People feel that they can never be recovered. They say, so you keep it there. You can still become somebody if you get care. So what we are saying is that me and you and everybody here, we should take care of them. We should not run from them because if you run for them, they can be obstacle to our life. If you are not taking, if your children are not taking, those who are taking, they can gamble to your child or you. All these people that are coming to to break our door. Are they not drug addicts? So it's because everybody don't care about them. That's why they are increasing in number. Another reason why people taking drugs and why this thing is becoming is that media too, all this media, they are portraying them as a good person. They'll be showing them, if they are advertising star now, they will tell you how, if you take star, how you will look like. This one always motivates, especially adolescent people. Say, okay, if I take this thing, this is how I will be. So these are some of the reasons. Can you see all these people? All these people die of a drug addict. All of them. Bob Marley, Bella, and anybody you can see here is drug. Misuse of drugs. Likewise, this one. Can you see them? How can we reduce the stigma towards the drug abuse and their users? One, improve knowledge and understanding among the general public about the drug dependency and recover to reduce the level of fear and blame. We should give them enough information about what to do. This one will help them. And it will reduce their stigma. Another one is the range of prevention and contact with the drug user, repair training to improve service response. They need training, counseling, often and often. So these are some of something that can reduce the stigma toward the user. Now, this drug, if somebody take it, there's effect of it. In some books, they say the effect of drugs, physical effect, social effect, psychological effect, yes, it's true. But to me, I classify the effect of drug according to central nervous system into three. The first one is stimulant. Stimulant is a substance that raises level of physiological or nervous activities in the body, such as cocaine. When you take cocaine, it will add to your power. What you cannot do before, you will be able to do it. An example of that is that when an engine is working with cool sand, we know that this engine is working well. But when it's working with all its power, I know what we do is that we go above it and call mechanic. Because you know that as the rate is taking, that is rising, it will not. Likewise, human being too. What you cannot do in reality, and because you take drugs, you are able to do it, we ask effect, back effect. So that is stimulant for you. The second one is depressant. Depressant is a pharmacology substance which decrease psychological or nervous activities in the body. The opposite of stimulant is depressant. This one slows down your system. It will not be able to, it will not make you to do what you can really do. For instance, somebody who took alcohol, I used to take alcohol as a sample because it's common drug that everybody familiar with, unlike diazepam or D5. People may know that one. When you take enough alcohol, taking step from a staircase will be a problem. Because if you want to take a step of on a staircase, you can take that leg more than 10 times, and at the end of the day, you still fall. Because the alcohol you have taken, it has dispersed all your system. It has worn all your system. It has released all your system. You don't have any power again. That is depressant. The last one, all this one I'm talking is according to central nervous system. The last one is hallucinogen. Hallucinogen is that he make you to see what is not real. He make you to hear what is not real. He make you to feel what is not real. That is hallucinogen. When you take it, we feel like saying that. For instance, I used to make myself can a bed carry a woman from Ilorin to Kano. If you take hallucinogen, you say no, my bed, I have one bed. Anytime I want to travel, I just plan with him to take me and bring me back. I have a client in my office there. He's from Ogomaso. I'm very sorry to say Ogomaso. Because he knew that some Ogomaso had died. When they told me, oh, I know my mother no want me to be a king. Because I'm the next. Some Ogomaso. I'm the next. It's because my mommy don't want me to be the Oba of Ogomaso, so that's why it brought me here. And their family, they are not even related to Oba. So that is work of administration. Can you see it? And another one is that if you are taking drug that is under this administration, I've seen a clip that a man was wearing clothes just with small what they call it, jog. He now felt that that water he has turned to steam. So he now off all his clothes, pint, now enter the pocket. He's saying na swim. Can you see it? So that is work of hallucination. So why are we now taking it? The stimulant doesn't work well with us. The present doesn't work with us. Hallucination, no one. Instead of it taking drug more than what is expected, wait for prescription and take it as is directed. This is different way of how they take it and different type of drugs. This one in the keg, sorry. This one in the keg now, we think say na sopo, not the sopo. This is squishes. Squishes. This one they use the Esapam, India hemp, any other one that they know. They will now add their sopo, mix it with it. Instead of sopo of 15 naira per cup, if you go there na 500 or it's 1,000. But if you take it will look like sopo because they mix it with sopo. This one is Colorado. It's also India hemp, but it's not Nigeria India hemp. If somebody is more powerful than our own, if somebody take it, maybe most of you have seen it, somebody who's rolling inside cotton. Now Colorado is it. If you take any of this, it's not pertaining to only cocaine, any of our drugs, anybody that abuse drugs. These are the major places where the thing will spoil. One, brain, throat, lungs, all these places. That's where a drug will damage. Yes, all the nervous system. Yes, completely. It's not only cocaine, any hard drug. Yes. Now, these are common signs and symptoms of drug abuse. There are many, but these are the common ones. One, neglecting your responsibility. When somebody is addict, the time he is supposed to go to school, he will not go. The time he is supposed to read, he will not read. He will neglect all his responsibility. And what happens when somebody neglects his responsibility? The outcome, all of us know that. Using drugs under the dangerous condition or taking a risk while high. They take this drug anytime. As soon as sun is rising now, they can take cocaine. And already the weather is hot. instead of them to find something to put their body, they will still look for something that will hide. So they don't have time. They take it at any time. Another one is that drug use can get you into legal trouble. We all know that one now. If somebody take a drug now and he drive and he get accident, where you go? Not only hospital. If he die or if he wounded, he can go to hospital. If he not die, they will take him to police station. You don't spoil somebody's motor now. You need to repair it. What did you think? If it is another contracept, they will test his senses. Say, are you with your senses right for what you are driving? So, for legal action, these are some of the common signs. Now, if somebody is taking drugs, how can he cope? What are the steps that he's supposed to take so that he will be out of this drug? One, arm yourself with information about drug and drug abuse. Get information. Some people doesn't know the effect of some drugs. That's why they are taking it. Maybe if you know the effect, you will not be able to take it. Another one is that change your subject. Change your subject is that if you have a friend that is drug addict like you and you don't want to take it again, if you go to him, if he's talking about that drug, just find another thing to tell him. That's what we mean by change subject. If he's talking about drug to you, say, go, let's leave that one. Bring another topic to him. That is meaning of change your subject. Ignore the person. It's the same thing. Ignore, you can even walk away. So that's what they mean. So these are some of it. Next. Can you see? These are physical evidence of drug addiction. See how it was. 2027, see how it is. Can you see? Next. See this one too. Can you see it? For you to know that drug is not a pepper soup. Next. Can you see them? Next. Thank you. God bless you.
Much our auditorium for that stimulating presentation. I'm aware we will have questions for him, but please him and possibly contributions. But please, let's take the next presentation before the questions and the contributions. I am now inviting Dr. R.B. Ibrahim for his presentation. A round of applause.
The representative of NDNA here present, the coordinator of the Kwara State Drug Control Committee. Yeah, welcome. My job today is very simple. Our students. What makes it a bit challenging is that I'm to present the Yoruba. So I will speak. Ẹ káàsán gbogbo olùgbọ́ wa. Kí ìyá wa láti Kwara State Drug Control Committee àti àwọn ọ̀gá wa tó wá láti NDLEA. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé àwọn Yorùbá sọ pé lẹ́yìn ọ̀rọ̀ ìsọkúsọ ló bí ó ṣẹ́kù. Kò sí nǹkan tí mo fẹ́ sọ tó yàtọ̀ sí nǹkan tí ọ̀gá ti sọ. Orí pé nǹkan sọ náà ni òun náà ni ọ̀rọ̀. Ní tí tèmi ó kù jẹ́ òun ni pé kí n bá wọn tú àwọn nǹkan tó ti sọ yìí, kí n bá wọn tú sí èdè abínibí ní àwọn tí ó lè ṣàǹfààní gbogbo wa bí ẹni tí ò bá ẹ̀fẹ̀ torí pé nínú àwọn tá a pè sí inú àpéjọ yìí òun náà ni àwọn ará Màlété tó jẹ́ pé àwọn náà post ìwà ní ibi báyìí. So kí ni a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa fún náà ní gẹ́gẹ́ bí ti sọ àwọn olóró. Ẹ rí i pé àwa tí a pe ìjọ yìí a pe àwọn tí gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ọlọ́pàá tí wọ́n ń lọ́jọ́ ọlọ́pàá ọ̀rẹ́ aráàlú ni wọ́n. Ìgbà tí mo ń prepare tí mo prepare fún presentation yìí ọkàn mi sọ fún mi pé tí a bá sọ pé ọlọ́pàá ọ̀rẹ́ aráàlú ni a jẹ́ pé NDLEA ló lè ká máa pè ní ọ̀rẹ́ nínú aráàlú torí pé tí ọlọ́pàá bá ń sọ pé ẹ má ṣẹ̀ NDLEA yóò máa sọ pé ọpọlọ tí ẹ̀fì máa ń gbígbé ayé ọ̀rọ̀ wọ̀nyí ẹ má bà á jẹ́ ẹ má bà ọpọlọ yín jẹ́. Drug Free Advocacy Society ọ̀rọ̀ àkọ́mọ̀ná wa òun náà ni bí hero the drug zero àbí mo wá fẹ́ rẹ́ńdà rẹ̀ sí Yorùbá yóò máa jẹ́ akíkanjú má lo oògùn olóró jẹ́ akíkanjú má lo oògùn olóró tí ìbá ṣe pé ìyá wa ti kọ́kọ́ bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé tó àwọn tí wọ́n ń lo oògùn yìí o ká má dẹyẹ sí wọn àbá sọ pé a jẹ́ pé ẹni tó bá ti lo oògùn olóró kìí ṣe kíni kìí ṣe akíkanjú gbogbo alásìmọ̀ ẹgbẹ́ ìdákejì akíkanjú òun náà ni ọ̀lẹ a sọ pé ẹni àmọ́gbàtán ti bá wa sọ̀rọ̀ yá ní sọ pé wọ́n ti yọ̀lẹ a sọ pé kéèyàn ó mọ̀ ìyá ọ̀lẹ ajẹ́pẹ́ni tó bá fẹ́ tí máa ń lògùn olóró yẹn kìí ṣe kó tí ì dọ̀lẹ àmọ́ ó ti ń lo ọ̀nà tí ó fi dọ̀lẹ so ìtàmọ̀ gbàrà wá yànjú láti má ṣe ni pé kéèyàn ó mọ̀ dọ̀lẹ torí pé bọ́lọ́run ṣe dá wa ó ti dá wa pé yányán àpèjúwe mi tí mo fẹ́ mú wa láti fi kín ìdápé tọ́lọ́run bá dá wa pé láti fi kín lẹ́yìn òun ní pé sẹ́mọ̀ pé tíyẹn bá bu mílíkì kalẹ̀ báyìí mílíkì a bá bu sínú kọ́ọ̀pù tó wá kún dẹ́mdẹ́m téèyàn bá gbìyànjú àti bu omi sí mílíkì yẹn sẹ́mọ̀ pé mílíkì ti kún ọ̀rẹ́dì tẹ́ ẹ bá bu omi sí mílíkì tó ti kún yẹn yóò ṣe kí ni yóò ṣẹ́ dànù omi tó wọnú ẹ̀ yẹn ó wà á jẹ́ kí mílíkì yẹn lò ní quality bọ́lọ̀ ṣe dá wa ó ti ọ̀rẹ́dì dá wa pé yányán ìmọ̀ fi nǹkan míì kún láti fẹ́ jẹ́ káwọ́ òkè bóyá a fẹ́ yí iṣẹ́ tọ́lọ́run bá ṣe a fẹ́ yí ó máa ń dá oríṣiríṣi ìṣòro lẹ̀ tí yìí sì máa ń kọ́ ní ìdí akíkanjú wa nínú àwọn nǹkan tí ó wá máa ń kọ́ ní ìdí akíkanjú yìí àwa fẹ́ kó yé wa bó ló ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ tá a bá mọ bó ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ yóò jẹ́ á mọ̀ pé àníṣe Ọlọ́run dá wa pé gbogbo nǹkan tá a nílò sí láti jẹ́ akíkanjú lọ́lọ́run bá fún wa gbogbo nǹkan tá a nílò sí láti má kàn jẹ́ akíkanjú bẹ̀rẹ̀ fún tí a tún gbádùn ayé Ọlọ́run tún fi kún téèyàn bá jẹ oúnjẹ tó dùn bóyá gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọmọ ẹ̀kọ́ oúnjẹ tíyàn ń ní agbára láti máa sè kì í ṣe oúnjẹ tó fi gbogbo ara gùn téèyàn bá lọlé lẹ́yìn oṣù bíi 4 àbí 5 yóò mọ ìyàtọ̀ láàrin oúnjẹ tó ń sè fúnra àwọn táwọn pé nǹkan ọ̀kọ́ sàn àtẹ̀yí tó ń jẹ ńlé kódà yóò sì wù kó jẹ́ pé ìgbà tó ń délé yẹn kóhun rí bí máa kọ̀ntínú oúnjẹ irú yìí kóhun rí máa kọ̀ntínú rẹ̀ ní sùkúl kì í ṣe pé lásán ni ìyàtọ̀ yẹn wà ń bẹ̀ ọpọlọ tó lọ́wọ́ bá dá sára wa ló jẹ́ kí á mọ ìyàtọ̀ yẹn ló jẹ́ ká mọ ìgbádùn tó wà láàrin kí yóò dún jẹ bí ìgbádùn ṣe wà ń bi kí yóò dún oúnjẹ gidi àwọn nǹkan mí náà wà tí ìgbádùn wà pẹ̀lú wọn téèyàn bá ṣe yóò derive yóò rí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn tí àwọn tó máa ń polówó ọ̀dẹ́ wọ́n sọ pé ó rí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn àtàtà yóò rí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn tó dùn mọ́ yẹn bẹ̀ àmọ́ tí yẹn bá rí ìtẹ́lọ́rùn yìí tí àsìkò bá wá kí yóò rí ìtọ́lọ́rùn yẹn ara àwọn òkú padà sí láti mánéèjì èyí tí yẹn bá bọ̀ tàbí ìmí tí òkú ìṣòro tó wà pẹ̀lú oògùn olóró lílò òun ni pé bí Ọlọ́run bá ṣe ṣẹ̀dá ọpọlọ tó fi àwọn ìdánu sí tó o bá gbádùn nǹkan o lè padà sí èyí tó o gbádùn yẹn o sì lè lò ó tó o sì ní kú ìjánu Ọlọ́run fi sí gbádùn yẹn àmọ́ oògùn olóró ibi tí o ti ń gbádùn yẹn ibi tí oúnjẹ tó dá ń fara kàn lára yẹn tí yẹn gbádùn ẹ̀ tí yóò fi lè padà sọ pé òkè tí bá rí yìí náà mo sáà tún lè kọ́ntínú oògùn olóró ń tiẹ̀ yóò wá dẹmọ yóò ṣe bí pé bóyá ọ̀rẹ́ ni òun náà ó lọ fọwọ́ kan bí tí Ọlọ́run dá pé kí nǹkan máa fọwọ́ kan kó fi lè máa jẹ́ gbádùn yóò fọwọ́ kan bẹ̀ kò wá ní fọwọ́ kankan kó kúrò yóò wá kó dàbí àlejò ọ̀ràn tó bá ti dára báyìí ibi tí Ọlọ́run dá pé ká máa fi gbádùn yẹn òun ó wá lọ fọwọ́ kan yóò wá tó bá síbẹ̀. na ọ̀nà méjì ló máa ń gbà ṣiṣẹ́ nínú pé pé ó ti fọwọ́ kan bí ìgbádùn yẹn ó wá fọwọ́ kan láfọwọ́ kan ti túláàsì so ara ò ní lè kúrò mbẹ̀ mọ́ ọtí gbogbo ìgbà tí yóò bá ti rí oògùn olóró yẹn tí yóò bá ti lò lẹ́ẹ̀kan báyìí ó jẹ́ jẹ́ pé fẹ́lòmíì ó dìgbà tó bá lò lẹ́ẹ̀mejì fẹ́lòmíì tó sì lè lò lẹ́ẹ̀mẹ́ta àmọ́ níwọ̀n ìgbà tí èèyàn bá ti lò ó kọjá afárá tó bá ti tí a ti gun igi rẹ kọjá ìwé èèyàn ò ní lè ṣe nǹkan normal nǹkan àtìyàn tó yẹ kíyàn lè máa dá ṣe àyàfi kíyàn orógùn yẹn torí pé bí òórí òògùn yẹn àti continue ò lè rọrùn ìyẹn pè ní drug dependent tó o bá ti wá kúrò lẹ́yìn yẹn yóò wá kú pé kí ìtẹ̀ tó lè survive ẹni tó bá ń lògùn olóró ó lè fi gbogbo láti àárọ̀ dalẹ́ ṣiṣẹ́ nítorí kó sàti rí ìgbádùn òògùn yẹn nítorí pé ìgbádùn yẹn tó bá ti fọwọ́ kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ yóò tó kópa síbẹ̀ ni yóò wá fẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé gbogbo gbà iná ni ó máa rí àmọ́ kí n má bàa rojọ́ lọ ní wẹ́wẹ́ kí kìíní má bàa máa wá rò pé bóyá ìtẹ̀ ìyá tó ń rárá èyí tá a fẹ́ sọ̀rọ̀ ń pa jù òun náà ni èyí tá ń pè ní igbó òun náà ń pè ní àwọn ilé ìbò náà pọ̀ kìíní nǹkan yóò bá lè mi báyìí wọ́n sọ pé cannabis ti ń jẹ àwọn èèyàn máa ń pè lórúkọ tó pọ̀ àmọ́ gbogbo àwọn orúkọ yìí náà ní ti Yorùbá ni o kò séyìí tí ó jẹ́ pé tíyẹn bá gbọ́ yé tí ó tara ìwò yẹn igbó kí ọkùnrin nìkan ní igbó kí ọmọ èèyàn kan sì lè fi sínú igbó tí wọ́n bá sọ fún yàn pé èèyàn jágbó tẹ́ ẹ̀ mọ́ túmọ̀ rẹ̀ ọlọ́mọdé ajágbó wọ́n tún máa ń pè ní ẹja ṣé ẹ máa bẹ́ẹ̀ já sí máa ń lù ẹnu odò tẹ́jà máa ń lù ẹ̀ gbogbo tó bá wù ní odò onídàánù nù tí wọ́n bá pè ìtẹ́lẹ́ja tọ́mọ èèyàn wá ń fi sínú láàyè bó ṣe rí nù gbogbo tó bá já lọ yóò bàjẹ́ nì bó ṣe rí nìyẹn ẹja yìí a máa mú yẹn dáadáa ní ọlọ́mọdé dáadáa èyí ṣẹ̀dá kúta so àwọn ọ̀gá mi bí ọkọ̀ náà ń pè ní ìjà ẹ̀ gbogbo àwọn eléyìí ìbò ni èmi ò sì mọ̀ tún mi igbó ni India wọ́n ní India ló ti wá déédéé ẹ̀sìn nǹkan táwa mọ̀ ó túmọ̀ sí pé àwọn bàbá wa ò fi kọ́ wa gan tí èèyàn bá lò ní ọ̀dọ̀ wa ń bí èyí sọmọlúwàbí là ń sọ ọmọ ìlú èyàn ò lè lò kó sì rí mí lọ́mọ kó sì wà lọ́mọlúwàbí yóò ṣòro fún bó o wá ní ṣe ń ṣiṣẹ́ bó tẹ̀ jẹ́ kí mo ti sọ díẹ̀ nínú rẹ̀ nǹkan tó ní sọ ni pé bó o ní níta ń pè ní dóyì kí ni ọ̀nà tó ń gbà ṣiṣẹ́ lára wa tó bá sì wá ṣiṣẹ́ wọn tán kí ni tí ó fà wá ní okùnfà tí ìmú igbó yìí tí máa ń mú wá fún ẹni tó mú ni o fún àwọn tó ń bá gbé fún àwùjọ tó wà àtàwọn tí òun náà tẹ̀ tó máa bí. so wọ́n ní kí n bẹ̀rẹ̀ níbi kí ni jẹ́ drug abuse. Drug abuse, that is ìlòkulò oògùn kíyàn ó lo oògùn láṣìlò gẹ́gẹ́ bí ọ̀gá wa ti kọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan òun ni pé sẹ́mẹ̀kẹ́lá bá sọ pé drug lọ́dọ̀ tiwa àwa tá a bá padà sínú ọba wa ń bẹ̀rù á sọ pé ní tá a bá ti pè ní drug ó túmọ̀ sí pé téèyàn bá fi sára bíi ọ̀gá mi kan wọ́n sì ń bẹ̀ láyé kọ́lọ̀ ń lọ́rẹ̀ bí wọ́n ní there is no contact without an impact kò sí bí ìyẹn ó ṣe bá kìíní kan ṣe tí ò ní fi ipa lẹ̀ fún yàn lára yàn bí yẹn bá bá èèyàn kan sọ̀rọ̀ nígbà míì gan pé ó ti ẹ̀ bá èèyàn sọ̀rọ̀ ipa ó wà láàrin táwọn ilé ìwọ̀n pè ní experience yóò nípa àkádẹ́nì yóò fi lẹ̀ sí ọ lára tí anything ni o bá wọnú ara tó sì jẹ́ pé tó sì wọnú ara yẹn ó nípa kan tí ó kó aṣọ ìpè irú nǹkan bá ń oògùn ni now in tí ó wà nípa lára yẹn tí èsì ìso oúnjẹ èsì ìso omi téèyàn ó bá lò ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní ìwọ̀ntúnwọ̀nsì, ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní bó ló ṣe lè lò ó, ìgbà wo ló lè lò ó, ìgbà wo ló lè lò ó dà ẹ̀mí ló lè lò ó. Kódà téèyàn bá ní ibà ni ò ní mú òògùn ibà ó wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lò láti ìgbà tó ti fura fóun fẹ́ níbà ó tún wá lò kí bá lọ kó sì tún máa lò lọ. Kódà téèyàn bá lò bẹ́ẹ̀ àtọ̀gbé rẹ̀ kó o sì gbádùn báyìí. Ká tó wá sọ pé ìta ń sọ yìí kìí ṣe pé sóògùn bá o, kìí ṣe pé sóògùn àbùdí kan lára o. Àwọn tí máa fẹ́ lò kàn fẹ́ lò láti fi jẹ̀gbádùn kan tí èé ṣe gbádùn tọ́lọ́run fẹ́ fún wa, tí í ṣe gbádùn tí ara gan mọ̀ para dáhùn pé ìgbádùn lélẹ̀. Àmọ́ nítorí pé ìgbà tọ́lọ́run dá wa ó dá wa kí gbogbo ẹ̀ lè pé ó dá ká lè gbádùn náà sí. Tíyàn bá ti wá lò àwọn oògùn yìí, àwọn oògùn tá à ń pè ní drugs of abuse, àwọn oògùn olóró, téèyàn bá lò wọ́n kódà in tó yẹ kíyàn ó gbádùn naturally ìyẹn onígbádùn ẹ̀ mọ́. Torí pé tíyàn ò bá ti rí ìgbádùn èyí hùn èrò tí kà á fún pé ìyẹn gbádùn tàbí mìíràn sí fún. Now ìdí jẹ́ oògùn olóró nìyẹn, drugs of abuse. Tíyàn ó sì máa ń lo àwọn oògùn yìí nílòkulò. Tẹ́lẹ̀ náà kódà bí èèyàn mú mi lá wọ́n sọ pé àpọ̀jù nǹkan kò sí àpọ̀jù nǹkan tó dáa. Kéèyàn mú mi láàmú ó ní ipa tí ó ní lára àyàn láburú. Téèyàn bá lo oògùn tá a sọ pé oògùn yìí ní àǹfààní, téèyàn bá lo ó ní àwọn àǹfààní. Ká tó wá sọ pé oògùn tí ò tẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ ní àǹfààní ju pé o kàn fẹ́ gbádùn ìgbádùn tí ò rè ṣe ìgbádùn tí yẹn ń kú kàkà sí. Ṣé mo bá sọ tẹ́lẹ̀ pé Ọlọ́run bá dá wa pé téèyàn bá lọ mú àwọn oògùn yìí láti fi gbádùn ìgbádùn kan tí ò rè ṣe ìgbádùn tó náà ń dá wa mọ́, ó sì dàbí ẹni tó bu omi sí mílìkì tó fi kún un. Yóò ṣẹ́ dànù. Tó bá fẹ́ ṣẹ́ dànù yẹn anywhere ní ìṣẹ́ dànù yẹn lè túmọ̀ sí. Ó lè jẹ́ ọpọlọ, ó lè jẹ́ ara, ó lè jẹ́ ọkàn, ó lè jẹ́ ẹ̀dọ̀gbóró gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn bàbá yẹn sọ fún alẹ́ kan. Gbogbo ara ló máa ń fọwọ́ kàn, gbogbo tó bá sì fọwọ́ kàn láì yóò bà jẹ́ rẹ̀. Now nínú àwọn tí ó ń lo àwọn òkúta tá a sọ pé ká má máa lò yìí pé kò dáa para yìí láyé ká lè mọ̀ pé ìjókòó wa yìí kì í ṣe ìjókòó pé a kàn ń dààmú ara wa. Ọ̀rọ̀ yìí ti jẹ́ ọ̀rọ̀ tó ṣe pàtàkì láyé ni. Lápàlá ayé ní àwọn tó ń lo oògùn sí yìí yọ wọn lẹ́nu wọ́n ti tó 190 million. Ìmọ̀ bá ti fẹ́ sọ yóò yóò bá wò. Àmọ́ ó lè yé wa dáadáa. Gbogbo ara mọ population Nàìjíríà. Kí ni population Nàìjíríà báyìí? Ìyẹn ò ká wọ 250 million. Gbogbo wa kálábátà o. Bàbá wọn sọ pé gbogbo ayé yìí àwọn tí wọ́n ti ní 10 péré mílíọ̀nù 10 péré ló dín nígbà mílíọ̀nù èèyàn ló dín ní. Tó mì pé sábà ní ká kó gbogbo àwọn tí ń lo oògùn yìí jọ wọ́n tó the most populous country in Africa. Ìtumọ̀ rẹ̀ nìyẹn ó tó odidi ìlú. So nítorí ẹ̀ náà la fi ń pe àwa jọ kó lè jẹ́ àǹfààní fún wa pé ká mọ̀ kíní because tíyẹn bá mọ̀ yóò lè jìnnà sí. Now àwọn oògùn táwọn yẹn máa ń sílò yìí ó oríṣiríṣi nínú ẹ̀ cocaine wà ń bẹ̀ wọ́n ti dákọ̀ ẹ̀ lẹ́ẹ̀kan, opioids wà ń bẹ̀, cannabis wà ń bẹ̀, benzodiazepines wà ń bẹ̀, amphetamines wà ń bẹ̀, ó pọ̀ gan o. Bàbá wa ti bá wa pín sọ́nà mẹ́ta. Ọ̀nà mẹ́tẹ̀ẹ̀ta àwọn gbogbo ẹ̀ ló wà represented ní. Àwọn kan wà kó bá lo ara rí ó yá yá jù. Àwọn yóò ní stimulant. Yóò bẹ̀ tiẹ̀ fẹ́ fo gọ́tà fún mẹ́wàá papọ̀. Ẹni tó tẹ̀lé fo kán. Iná àná máa fi pe àwọn míì nu wọn ní fóònù gà o. Kéèyàn fóònù gà o. Ọlọ́mọdé ajago kí ẹ bá ti sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan. Àwọn míì nù wọn tíyẹn bá lò ìyẹn orin dín tíyẹn orin wọ́n lọ pé ìyẹn kú gàrí àpò owó àtòmí sí bí yóò ṣe máa mú yàn sí. Àwọn míì wá rè yóò jẹ́ kíyẹn máa wo Ìbàdàn bí ẹni tí ń wọ̀ lọ́nà kíyẹn máa rí ìkórì kíyẹn máa wo èèyàn kan kó wá máa sọ pé ó lẹ́yìn bẹ́ẹ̀ wá ṣe dúró sójú kan
gbogbo àwọn irú ìwà báyìí á rí i pé láì tẹ̀ sọ pé aṣọ fẹ́yàn wọ́n máa sọ pé èèyàn lo kinní kan kinní òun wá sọ ọ́ di fùnàgà ẹni tẹ̀sí fùnàgà tẹ́lẹ̀ èèyàn lo kinní kan kinní òun wá sọ ọ́ dání ẹni tẹ̀sí àyìn tẹ́lẹ̀ èèyàn lo kinní kan kinní òun wá mú un máa rí èèyàn kan léèyàn mẹ́wàá kódà bá àbá sọ fẹ́yàn èèyàn mọ̀ pé kinní òun ó ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú ọpọlọ ni ó ní kankan ṣe pẹ̀lú ọpọlọ kí wàá ní nǹkan náà kí ni kinní òun ní ṣe pẹ̀lú ọpọlọ. Má padà débẹ̀ àmọ́ igbó kí ni nǹkan tó wà nínú igbó ìpele nísìnyí èbó ni èmi ò ní wọlé padà sí ní èbó yìí àmọ́ sámọ̀ pé téèyàn bá mú igbó ó jẹ́ ẹni ẹ̀rọ náà fi lẹ́wà òòrùn máa kí ní kìkì o ó máa fi igbó sórí òbí sí irun tí ìbá fura ó lè jẹ́ pé a sọ pé kò láǹfààní wọ́n àwọn kọ àǹfààní kọ̀ọ̀kan síbi àmọ́ àmọ̀ gbogbo wa la mọ̀ pé gbogbo nǹkan tó bá tẹ́ mo ti sọ gbogbo nǹkan tó bá ti ní ìkan ṣe pẹ̀lú èèyàn ni ó ní ipa tó fi kalẹ̀. Lára ibi tí wọ́n sọ pé òògùn olóró máa ń dà gẹ́gẹ́ bàbá wa ṣe kọ́ wa lẹ́ẹ̀kan òun náà ní skin. A sì mọ̀ gẹ́gẹ́ bí àwọn ẹ̀kọ́ àmọ̀ pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ èèyàn tó wà níbí ló mọ̀ pé nínú àwọn ọ̀nà tí nǹkan máa ń gbà dénú ẹ̀jẹ̀ òun náà ní skin àbí náà la wọ ara. So ibi tí nǹkan sì ti máa ń ṣiṣẹ́ jù láwọn òògùn olóró òun náà lọ́pọlọ kéèyàn wá fi ara balẹ̀ kí wọ́n rọ igbó sí lórí tí yóò bá lò náà ó lò pẹ̀lú ìfura. Bọ̀ yìí tí mo fẹ́ fàyọ ni pé nínú igbó yìí kí ni nǹkan tó jẹ́ mọ̀dàrú gan-an níbẹ̀ òun náà ní nǹkan sábà mi kọ́ léèbó yìí wọ́n sọ pé delta 9 tetrahydrocannabinol bóyá kẹ́nìkan máa tu sí Yorùbá ó kọ rẹ̀ nìyẹn wọ́n ṣọ́ọ̀tì ẹ̀ sí THC ṣe rí kíní yìí tó ṣe rí nínú àwọn nǹkan tí kí n tó lọ bẹ̀ ẹja kọ́kọ́ kọ́ra wọn kọ́ ọpọlọ sẹ́rí ọpọlọ ó dàbí bá a gan lọ sí gbogbo ara ni gbogbo ara pátápátá òun ló ń dàrẹ́kìtì kí ni ó lọ wájú kí ni ó lẹ́yìn kí ni ó wá yìn kí ni ó wá wájú sẹ́rẹ̀ pé ọpọlọ yìí wá rè gẹ́gẹ́ bí gbogbo olórí ìletò kọ̀ọ̀kan ni téèyàn bá jẹ́ olórí ìletò kò rọrùn kó jẹ́ kóun náà yóò mọ̀ lọ gbogbo ibi fúnra rẹ̀ wọ́n sì máa sọ pé tó máa sọ pé ògiri ilé tí sẹ́mọ̀ kéèyàn ní jẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tó máa sọ pé olórí ìlú ó létí níbi báyìí ó létí níbi báyìí túmọ̀ yẹn náà ni kó láwọn èèyàn tó ń sojú fún un bí ọpọlọ ṣe jẹ́ bàgàdọ̀ sí ọlọ́run wá gbé sókè ẹ̀rí ọlọ́run náà ó ti dá wa dá ọlọ́run bá wa gbé sókè ká lè mọ pàtàkì rẹ̀ tó ṣe wá rí yẹn gbogbo ara ló ń pọ̀ tó kò lè fúnra rẹ̀ dé gbogbo ara ó wá ní àwọn ìránṣẹ́ ó sì ní àwọn ẹ̀rọ kí ló bá fẹ́ rán ìránṣẹ́ ẹsẹ̀ á ní sẹ́tà àrùn àbí àwọn ṣẹ́ yẹn òun ni à ń pè ní neurotransmitters àwọn ṣẹ́ tí ọpọlọ máa ń ráká náà tá a bá rán yàn ṣẹ́ tá a sì fi sẹ́ràn ṣe mọ̀ pé yóò níbi tí ó lọ jíṣẹ́ sí àbí àwọn ibi tí ó lọ jíṣẹ́ sí òun ni receptor ṣe wá rí gbogbo òògùn olóró láti di eléyìí àtàwọn míì náà ìkọ̀ọ̀kan wọn lọ́nà tán máa ń gbà ṣiṣẹ́ òun ní pé nínú kí wọ́n da ìjíṣẹ́ ọpọlọ tí ọpọlọ bá rán nǹkan ṣe wọ́n lè change ọpọlọ tó jẹ́ pé ìgbà change ẹ̀yẹ yóò wá jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé ká ní abẹ́rán yẹn ká ní nísìnyí mo ní nǹkan ṣe pẹ̀lú bíìsì tó jọ́ ta yunifásitì yìí mo fẹ́ rán yàn sí wọn ṣẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pé tó bá làkàyè náà ni pé tábà tẹ̀ rán yàn sí wọn mo fẹ́ láti orí èèyàn èèyàn méjì èèyàn mẹ́ta ìfẹ́yìn ọdún nǹkan tá a fẹ́ ṣe àmọ́ abẹ́rán yàn ń ṣẹ́ àwa gbé òbí àdúgbò dé sẹ́fẹ̀ẹ́ pé tábà dé ké tábà tó pé tábà lè béèrè tábà tó pé bíìsì wọn ò ní já wọlé ní tí ò ní jẹ́ já wọlé ni pé pépọ̀ wà yẹn ó ti mú tùmọ̀ mí dání náà àwọn òògùn olóró ìdí mí inú wọn yóò jẹ́ kó jẹ́ pé iṣẹ́ tọ́pọ̀ lọ́wọ́ rán síta yóò jẹ́ iṣẹ́ elérò púpọ̀ tí iṣẹ́ elérò púpọ̀ bá ti ń bọ̀ wá tó fẹ́ lọ jíṣẹ́ kàkà káwọn rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí iṣẹ́ wọ́n ò rí gẹ́gẹ́ bí rògbòdìyàn ni wọ́n wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ iṣẹ́ tẹ́mẹ̀ pé ẹni tẹ́ fẹ́ jíṣẹ́ fún èèyàn kan èèyàn méjì náà ní expect ìgbà tẹ́ẹ̀dé ẹ̀rẹ́ 100 wọ́n ti lọ bí action reaction àyíkọ́ àná kò sí tàbí tán bá ti sọ́ọ̀lù báyìí òun náà bẹ̀rẹ̀ sẹ́ yóò wá fáyà tó bá ti fáyà ẹni tó ní ara tí gbogbo fáyà yìí ti ṣẹlẹ̀ òun náà ṣẹ́gi òun náà fáyà náà. ọ̀nà kejì òun ní pé tí irú eléyìí ní sí gẹ́gẹ́ bí eléyìí gangan wọ́n wá sẹ́mi pé eléyìí kò wulẹ̀ tí ẹ̀ nílò fọ́pọ̀ lọ rárá yóò kàn rẹ́ bù ó ti mọ ibi tí ọpọlọ máa ránṣẹ́ sí òun náà wá ṣiṣẹ́ ìránṣẹ́ ọpọlọ yẹn yóò ṣiṣẹ́ neurotransmitter nítorí pé ó fara pẹ́ ó jọ yóò tan receptor láti rò pé neurotransmitter dùn tó bá ti wá débi tán ti ránṣẹ́ yẹn sẹ́mi pé tó bá ti jíṣẹ́ kan tó bá pẹ́ normal person ni tíyẹn bá jíṣẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ ni tí yóò jíṣẹ́ fún yóò sì dìde ẹsẹ̀ wọn yóò sì máa lọ òní lọ ń tẹ̀ yóò tẹ̀ pa síbẹ̀ ni tó bá wá tẹ̀ pa yóò padà wá di pé ẹ sì máa lọ. sẹ́mi pé ẹni tá a máa ń sọ tábà bí bàbá rí i fún àlejò ilé tó lọ wọn ò yóò wá padà àbùkù táwọn kí àbùkù tó kàn yẹn kì í ṣe pé wọ́n lè lè yóò wá bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí ṣiṣẹ́kíṣẹ́ lára ẹ̀ńtán tánà níṣẹ́ sí. so gbogbo àwọn kìíní yìí á rí pé bí mo ṣe sọ níwọ̀nba ní òbá yìí tí mo ṣe fún àwọn àpèjúwe díẹ̀ sí mo rò pé yóò yé gbogbo wa bóò ni àwọn kìíní ṣe máa ń ṣiṣẹ́kíṣẹ́ lára tó bá wá sàwọn ṣẹ́kíṣẹ́ yìí tán gbogbo tí máa ń dálẹ̀ ní wàhálà gbogbo àná làmọ́ ẹni tó lò gangan kò ní gbádùn torí pé ibi tó wà gan ni tó yẹ kó ṣe kò ní ṣe ìgbádùn tó rí lára kìíní yẹn yóò fẹ́ kó máa kọ́ntínú yóò náwó rẹ̀ sí ẹ̀kọ́nọ́míkálì kò lè wà sílé kọ́dà àwọn tí wọ́n bá jẹ́ àwọn òbí rẹ̀ àbáwọn alábàgbé rẹ̀ ẹlòmíì máa ń jí owó ẹnì máa jọ máa gbé nìkan tó yẹ pé gbogbo ìgbà tó bá dúró èèyàn lẹ̀ tó yẹ kó fún ẹni tó ní yóò kọ́kọ́ lọ gbọ́ bùkátà tiẹ̀ náà tẹ́ẹ̀bà ṣẹ̀ wá lù òun náà ò lè sí lálàáfíà torí pé bí ṣe ń lo kìíní yẹn yóò máa fọwọ́ ba àwọn tó dá lára rẹ̀ now the next one now tí ó bá ti ní àwọn ní ìbá ti ṣàwọn iṣẹ́ tí ó ṣe tán gbogbo àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfẹ́kì tí ó ní òun gbogbo àwọn oríṣiríṣi ìfẹ́kì tí ó ní òun náà láti rí ẹni tó lò ìgbà ó lè dá oríṣiríṣi àìsàn sí lára ṣe é mẹ́ pé ẹni tó bá lò wọ́n sọ pé kíní kan ní kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀yìn rere kẹ̀kẹ́ ẹ̀yìn ikú náà wà òun lògùn olóró téèyàn bá lówó sẹ́mi kí yóò fowó ṣe àǹfààní yóò fowó ṣe eré téèyàn bá lògùn olóró a máa ṣàtọ̀nà síbi oríṣiríṣi báyìí kí ni báyìí sì yóò bá oríṣiríṣi ọ̀nà ìbàjẹ́ ní máa ń ṣàtọ̀nà yẹn lọ nínú ìbàjẹ́ tí máa ń ṣàtọ̀nà yẹn lọ náà ní pé ìyẹn ṣẹ̀fẹ̀ pé gbogbo àná la ní àdámọ́ ọ́ọ̀lì sex ẹni tó bá lògùn olóró kò ní dá ámà yàtọ̀ síbi ẹlòmíì ti tàtà ara rẹ̀ ó ti lọ gbóyún tí ò ti dá sí ó ti tàtà ara rẹ̀ ló kó àìsàn ìfà tẹ bá ka àwọn ìwé mi wọ́n sọ pé oògùn olóró ó lè mú yàn ní HIV yóò àwọn òwò kí a bó o ní oògùn olóró ní infection ni ẹni tó bá jẹ́ ọ̀mọ̀wé yóò wà ó kí a irọ́ lélẹ̀ ìgbésí rọ̀ ẹni tó bá lògùn olóró kò sí ráìsì tí o lò kó torí pé kọ́ra ẹni tó lo oògùn olóró ó lè mọ mumi gọ́tà ẹni tó bá mú mi gọ́tà ṣé bó ṣe wà kó tó mú mi gọ́tà ló ṣe wà kò lè rí bákan náà fún àwọn tí ń bá gbé àwọn náà ò lè fọkàn balẹ̀ nígbà tí ẹni tí ẹjọ́ ń gbé bóyá lọ́kọ níyàwó àbí lọ́mọ tó jáde látàárọ̀ àsìkò tó yẹ kó wọlé kò wọlé ó bá àti ìgbádùn tí ó nọ́mà ó bá lọ títí tó fi dé ọkùnrin balẹ̀ torí pé ó lè jẹ́ pé ìgbàdẹ́bà máa sùn náà bá gbé ibi ó mọ̀ sí láti lẹ́yìn tàbí ẹ̀ wá wo baálé yín ó mọ̀ sí kó nu gọ́tà àti bẹ́ẹ̀ bẹ́ẹ̀ lọ ọmọ tábí náà tí wọ́n jẹ́ pé títí ń lò tipẹ́tipẹ́ ó lè tàkà rẹ̀ bí àwọn ọmọ tó jẹ́ pé yóò affect làákàyè wọn àyè ní ògbà mi nínú ẹ̀rí pé sílẹ̀ méjì mo pè síwájú nínú ilé ṣé ẹni tí ọpọlọ bá ń develop tí ọpọlọ bá ṣẹ̀ṣẹ̀ ń dàgbà ìmọ̀ ìjìnlẹ̀ jẹ́ oyé wa pé ọpọlọ wà lára nǹkan tó jẹ́ pé ìdàgbà rẹ̀ ó máa ń take time ó máa ń tẹ̀síwájú even nígbà tí èèyàn bá ti rò fóun ti dàgbà that is why pé even ẹni tó ti wà ní yunifásitì tó bá yọ lódò tẹ́lẹ̀ ó lè dé yunifásitì ó sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí mọ̀ tó bá fi tó bá fi akíkanjú sí so ọpọlọ wà ń bì kan tó jẹ́ pé ó máa ń develop for a long time fúngbà pípẹ́ now tí èèyàn bá ti lè lo nǹkan tí yóò da ọpọlọ láàmú èyí sì pé àwọn ìránṣẹ́ nìkan yóò yọ lẹ́nu yóò tún yọ bó lọ́pọlọ ṣe wà á sọ pé anatomy ọpọlọ ó ní nǹkan kan ṣe pẹ̀lú anatomy ọpọlọ ṣé wá rí tí oògùn bá ti fọwọ́ kan anatomy ọpọlọ fúngbà pípẹ́ jù lára bàbá àbí lára àyà ó lè kó wọn. ṣé wọ́n mọ̀ pé ẹni tó jẹ́ pé oògùn olóró nílò ó ti kọ́kọ́ àwọn èèyàn tó ń bá gbé ó ti kọ́kọ́ yọ wọ́n lẹ́nu láwọn ọ̀nà tó pọ̀ yàtọ̀ fún bẹ́ẹ̀ àwùjọ náà ó tún ti bímọ ọ̀ràn síbẹ̀ that is why ọmọ ẹlòmíì tó láti pàtó bá ti bí òun náà lẹ́ẹ̀tì máa wo ìrùn àwọn eléyìí àrùn kan kọ́lọ̀ kó wà ń bẹ̀. so àwọn eléyìí ni àwọn ipa àtàwọn bí ẹ táwọn eléyìí gbogbo ẹni ìfẹ́ tí òkun olóró máa ń ní ara wa gbogbo àná láti rí i pé téèyàn bá ń lò àwọn oríṣiríṣi ipa tí ò dáa ló máa ń ní lára ọ̀nà tó sì ń gbà ṣiṣẹ́ òun náà ni làákà ìwà ọpọlọ wa tó jẹ́ pé òun náà sì ń tọ́jú rẹ̀ bá bàrà sí lára wa àwọn ìwà náà sọ pé ojú ni bàbá ara tẹ̀mọ̀ pé ojú tó jẹ́ bàbá ara yẹn ní tó fi jẹ́ bàbá ara náà ni pé ọpọlọ ń bá ṣiṣẹ́ déédéé nígbà tí ojú tó jẹ́ bàbá ara gan-an ibi tí ó ti gba iṣẹ́ rẹ̀ tó ti ṣe ìyẹn ti bàjẹ́ kí ló tún bẹ́ wò ó lóko gbàgbà yìí wọ́n ní ẹsẹ̀ ní bàbá rẹ̀ náà téèyàn bá mẹ́rin dáadáa ó gbọ́dọ̀ ní proper coordination ó gbọ́dọ̀ jẹ́ kí ọpọlọ yẹn ó ń coordinate ẹsẹ̀ dáadáa láì ṣe bẹ́ẹ̀ ni wọ́n máa gbé ẹ̀sọ́ fún yóò máa jọ sí lóṣù that is why tí àwọn tó bá ń lògùn yìí máa fi ṣubú fẹ́fẹ́ so gbogbo eléyìí ni àwọn effect tí bàbá yìí máa ń ní pàápàá jùlọ igbó ilé ta mú ní ọ̀pọ̀ láti sọ kí àsìkò mọ́ bàa lọ púpọ̀ jù gbogbo àwọn nǹkan yòókù kan bá wa sọ tó jẹ́ kókó ìlanilọ́yẹ̀ tọ́jú òun náà ní nípa stigma ká máa dẹyẹ sí àwọn tí máa ń lò. Ìdí afẹ́kún yé wa ni pé oògùn ìlò oògùn olóró ìtẹ́mọdé sọ téèyàn bá ti ń lò ẹni tó ń lò kò mí pé ó ti wá di ọ̀lẹ́ yanyan ó sàṣẹ̀ fẹ́ máa dùn lẹ́yìn lẹ́yìn ní sáìsì. Àwọn tá a bá nílẹ̀ ẹ̀gbẹ́ tó bá ń lò ẹ má jẹ́ ká dẹyẹ sí wọn ẹ jẹ́ ká mọ̀ ká kà wọ́n fún ẹni tó ní ìpèníjà bí a sì ní ìdíkà náà lọ́wọ́. Sẹ̀mẹ̀ pé tá a bá lọ́rẹ̀ẹ́ tó ní màléríà nítorí pé tó ní màléríà ká ní kó mọ̀ sùn ta. Tàbá lọ́rẹ̀ tó ní kọ́lá èyàn lè lọ́rẹ̀ tó ní HIV ní ọ̀bá tàjọ bẹ́ẹ̀ nìkan ìyẹn sì dìmọ̀ pé ìtọ́ ò lè kéra abájọ mí síra wa fún ọ̀dọ́ yẹn ẹni tí ń bá ń lo oògùn olóró nílò rẹ̀ kò mí pé ìyẹn náà wẹ̀ sí wọn èyí tó ṣe pàtàkì ni pé kéèyàn mọ̀ pé ní tí yóò gbọdọ̀ lọ ìṣèlú òkú rẹ̀ àmọ́ àwọn tí wọ́n bá ń ní ká má lé wọn dàbí lára wa ká fún wọn ní pápá mọ́ra ká jẹ́ ká máa ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ torí pé tí wọ́n ti bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí lò ó máa ń ṣòro challenge tó kúrò ní kò kí ìfún láti padà àfi káwa náà ká fún wọn láti rí pé a ràn wọ́n lọ́wọ́ láti padà kó níbi lílò rẹ̀ ibi ni màá dúró sí ẹ̀sìn púpọ̀.
Ẹ ṣeun púpọ̀ Dr. R.B. Ibrahim. Yes, that was another insightful presentation, and the one makes it more.
Thank you very much. I want to thank all our resource persons for these brilliant presentations. Great Nigerian students. Yeah, you are all handsome and beautiful. Please keep it up. And that is why you read that because of the fact that you are drug free. And may God help us all. I want to ask maybe one or two questions, and I also want to do a little contribution. Do you know that one can abuse drugs without knowing it? Do you know that? Well, if you don't know, these are the ways to abuse drugs without knowing it. For example, there are drugs that are being kept inside mineral bottles. For example now, a drug with orange color being kept in a Fanta bottle. Average children, any child will think it's it contains Fanta. And before you know it, he or she may go pick down. And that may cause a lot of havoc. I want to advise, especially nursing mothers, to please keep such away. For example now, methylated spirit. You went and put it inside Sprite bottle. Any child will get there and think it's Sprite. And that is the sort of what? The child may abuse the drug and it will definitely turn negative. So please, nursing mothers at home, to please don't keep methylated spirit or like iodine, like this thing that is used to bleach. Please don't put it inside your ajogba where you kill your children's AIDS. For God's sake, some people have used it negatively, not knowing that they were drugs. So please, that is my contribution in that area. I am happy our chairperson is a pharmacist. So I want to direct this question to doctors and pharmacists. Do you know that some people will not give deep information concerning how to use medications? For example, let me use this illustration. A man was kind of telling the doctor that whenever, I have intercourse with my wife, she always gets pregnant. I am fed up. The children are many now at home. Then the doctor said, Baba, there's no problem. Next time, take this and put it on your organ before you meet your wife. Baba was happy and went home. The following month, he had to phone the doctor. Doctor, again it has happened. Your medicine has failed. My wife is pregnant again. The doctor said, Baba, I am coming to meet you. Did you use it as I said you should use it? Baba said, yes. Getting to Baba's house, he said, how did you use the condom I gave you? Baba said, you said I should put it on my organ, and I put it on my organ before I met my wife. The organ that is being played, this kind of organ, that was where Baba put. You see, please, I want our doctors, our pharmacists, please call it as it is. Call it as it is. Again, there was a woman, they said, she was given an assault. Sir, you know what an assault is? She was given an assault, She was given that. And before the husband left, he said, please make sure you use your drugs. By the time the husband came back, he just observed the whole of the lips. The whole of the lips. Swollen, some areas torn, and the husband said, what happened to your mouth? He said, it was the drug you asked me to use. How can you use an assault orally? That means she was not briefed properly. So please, in order for us not to abuse drugs, you, our professionals, you need to please tutor us and counsel us very well. Please call it to us as it is, so that they will not go and make an unpardonable mistake. Students, I want to implore you, please, the use of drug, even if you take 4 paracetamol, there was an Unveil. He was given paracetamol, that envelope that he used to. Then they said, Baba, please use 2 in the morning, use 2 in the afternoon, use 2 in the evening. Baba got to Baba ní bára mi ò sí bó ṣe rẹ̀ mí yìí méjì péré wá ní kí n lò. Lo and behold, Baba swallowed everything. So please, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, let us be counselled. Immediately the doctor says, use this drug this way. Please always follow the doctor's prescription in order not to affect our health. Thank you very much. Thank you so much for those enlightening contributions. The need to be explicit in giving information during prescription cannot be overemphasized. Our pharmacists and the doctors, please, let's be mindful of that. So, Alajitoyi, I want to ask you a question. When I was an undergraduate and precisely during our special topics presentation, I had two constraints. In preparation for the presentation, they went to a place we refer to as update, got drunk to stupor, and then they arrived in the hall for the presentation. When it was their turn, one of them was caught. Visibly, everybody knew he was drunk. The eyes were red, he was sweating profusely, then he was asked to stand aside to wait for a few minutes. The second one was called his friend, the same condition. Eventually they insisted they would present. So they made their presentation, but during the patient, he was being asked one thing, he was saying another thing. And at the end of the presentation, we asked, why will you behave this way? He said there was no way he could pass that presentation without getting drunk. That was more or less trying to cope with a difficult situation. What kind of advice can we have as professionals for such people?
My answer to that is that practice makes perfect. If he has been practicing it before then, I don't think that he needs to take any drugs before he can present anything. So if somebody you know that you have something ahead, you need to practice. When you say constant practice, it will make you out of that. And ignorance is not one of things that is welcome. Most of people don't even know the effect of it. If they know, they will not do it. Because even apart from saying the psychological effect, physically, if, as you said now, you say even as it's coming, you people have known that they are drunk. Physically, it's embarrassing. Physically, when somebody is drunk, is out. It's embarrassing. So to me, practice makes perfect. That's just it.
Thank you so much for that answer. Please, our students, you are well behaved. Keep it up, okay? On no circumstance must we take drugs to maybe enhance our mental acuity or cope with a difficult situation. Do we have any other question? We are rounding off now. From any of our students, just a question. No question? Okay, please. And that is the last question. Can you come forward?
Thank you, sir. Yeah, my question is that I have a person is a medical student. He knows about the drug. He knows about the drug and drug abuse. So since I know the guy, he's so brilliant. But I don't know what happened. I don't know the type of Nescafe he took before the. So when he took the Nescafe and he came for the and it was time for the exam, the guy was woken up like 2 hours after the exam. I was asking the guy that, good morning, Alpha, when the time is already 12 o'clock. I was telling the guy, Alpha, hello, how is everything? The guy was telling me that this time is already gone. What is happening to you? And the guy was like, I only take the Nescafe. So I want to ask the question that what is entailed inside the Nescafe?
The problem we have about drug abuse is that despite of the effort of the government and government agencies, the producing of new drugs is making it difficult for us to control it. As you said about Nescafe, it may look like Nescafe. Where you get it, it may be that you just collect it from somebody or you bought it from somebody without knowing the content of what is taken. It can never be Nescafe. Do you believe that people are using Lacasera, Tom, they are using it to abuse a drug? Can we now say Lacasera and Tom should not be sold again? Do you believe that Milo, they are removing the content in Milo, putting another thing in Milo packet, and they will seal it like Milo? The only difference that we know that is not Milo is that instead of Milo selling 100 naira, they will sell it 700, 600. So we should also watch out for whatever we want to use, especially students. Stop borrowing, collecting something from others, because you don't know the type of things that he is using. You may be an upright person at home. You don't know the type of your friend. That's it. Before I hand over my mic, when I was talking here this morning, I forgot about the strengthening of prevention. I just want to take 2 minutes. Under the strengthening of prevention, as the team of this year said, we have 3 categories of prevention of drug abuse. 1 is primary prevention, 2, secondary prevention, 3, tertiary prevention. Primary prevention is for those of us that we have never taken any drug before. How can this one happen is that to enlighten ourselves like this, to tell ourselves the effect of drugs, to arm ourselves with enough information about drugs, that is primary prevention. So that we have never tasted it before, we should not go near it. The second one is secondary prevention. The secondary prevention are those that are taking it. Presently, they are taking it, but the effect has not yet shown up. The prevention for that is that we should advise them, counsel them, tell them about the effect of drugs, so that they can be able to withdraw from using it. The last one is tertiary prevention. These are the people that already are gone astray from taking drugs. Maybe they are already mad, maybe their sense is not more complete. They should take them to rehabilitation, where they will counsel them, teach them, do all what is needed to do in rehabilitation, so that they will now send them back to the stream of life. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you so much, sir, for the additional information. I have been advised to take more patients from the students. So please, can we have your patient? Come forward.
Sir, I want to answer for an ID that spoke for years and so what yes.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon, everybody. My question is on secondary users. People like us who stay around people who use drugs, who smoke, or in long-term effect, and if there are anything, like there are any sort of steps you can take to prevent long-term effects.
Please leave the front, please.
It is written on a cigarette bag that smokers and everyone is dying. My question is, why are they still producing if a smoker is liable to die?
Sister, please sit down one place now. I don't this girl. I just get to sit down, Charlie.
Then when the person continues using the drug, if the person addicted to abuse the drug, or the person is not abusing the drug?
is that the next case I talked about the other time and the coffee. There's still another person that takes the coffee very like on a normal way. But what happened was that the person was reading on the coffee. I was taking the next day at the same time. And when the second day, they wake the guy. Like they tried to wake the guy, the guy did not come back. Like you understand? So what was happening and what was the effect of him taking that?
Okay, our resource persons have an answer to one of the questions. Please pay attention.
Great Nigeria students. I want to answer one of the questions based on the person that says the roots on secret. If I'm not mistaken, secret is a social dog that is all found in Nigeria. Why? Because Nigeria generates a very huge amount of revenue. And now I want to start a very simple example on this. For example, now if I have a restaurant now in this Kwasu now, and somebody gets to know that I'm using dead bodies and the water they use to wash the dead body to cook. Somebody's like, will you come to buy food? No. It was the Ministry of Health compulsory them to write that. If they could not be able to write that, they should stop telling it. Guys, now left for you. You should die young.
Thank you very much. Here's the answer. About the liabilities to die young, the answer is right. You know, say we have a category of drugs. As you have said, we have socially accepted drugs. The law is not covered, like cola, beer, kai, cigarette. All this one, there is no law that cover it. But because there is no law cover it, and the government of today saw it that this thing is killing our people gradually. So, and since there is no law cover it, that's why they now propose it and they put it to label. Let them know the effect. If they still want to take it, that's why they will not take it as they have said. Somebody asked that somebody who is taking drugs and he has stopped, and the urge still persisting coming. When I was talking, I wrote some coping skill. The coping skill is what the person will do. One is to change the subject. Don't go near the person that is taking it. Even if you have their phone number, delete it. If you delete it, they can still call you. Hello, so far you had that. Now please leave me alone. The one you have done for my life is enough. So that's what it. Anything pertains to them, ignore it. And if you change the subject, whenever you feel of urge, just breathe in for long and breathe out. That's all. And drink water. You forget about it. So yes, breathe in for long. Then bring out and then take water. That's all. I think we have answered to now. Another one is that somebody who's taking drugs and you are passing it. Anybody that's passing somebody taking cigarette or people and you are passing it, your own is even worse. So it's better you don't go near where such person is taking it. If you have means of reporting such person, as this man have said when he was talking, that if you have somebody who is taking the such drug, report them so that the enforcement will come and deal with you. If you don't have capacity of telling you to stop,
don't go near him. So because passive smoker is higher than the person that is smoking. This is the last question, I don't know. Have I answered or who have not answered his question?
Let's go, brother.
As I've said, but it's more or less the same question for the first one. Nescafe alone cannot kill. Watch out from where you buy it and who gave you. Are you getting what I'm saying? Some people will remove the content of the real things and put another thing and seal it back. There are some people that are doing a party now. If they want to do cake, they do find it, all these things. They will make cake. They just want to indict you. They just want to draw you near. It's you that will now take care of yourself. So that's just it. Thank you.
Thank you so much, sir. I think the highlight of it all is that we need to keep up because withdrawal may be difficult. So keep off fears and even peer pressure so that we don't get into taking drugs from there being dependent and perhaps addicted. If you have any other question, there are 2 numbers there, mobile numbers. Please reach out to those 2 numbers. You'll certainly get an answer to your question. I want to invite Dr. James now for the vote of thanks.
Good afternoon, everyone, once again. My job is to give a vote of thanks. But before I do that, I want to say something. Madness on the Yoruba, tó tó ṣe bí òun èyí àgbà. A ní àbọ̀ lásán fọmọlúàbí tó bá dénú ẹ̀ bá a ṣe máa sọ, màá ṣe bá wa sọ lẹ́nu. Wọ́n á bọ̀ wá láti gbọ́. Ìdè máa sọ fáwọn ọ̀rẹ́ ìta bá sọ̀rọ̀ pé Ọlọ́run gan ò mú wa ní dandan. Bó ṣe dá ìjọba ọ̀run ló dá ìjọba fáàdì, ó sì ní ká mú ìdí tó wù wá. So a rí pé ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ ìṣòro tó bá wa láyé àfọwọ́fà ló pọ̀ jù nínú ẹ̀. Bàbá ní pátá ló sọ pé tó bá ṣe pé a fún àwọn àjẹ́ láti jáde wá sọ̀rọ̀ ní wọ́n sọ pé èmi kọ́ mú sílé sí ọ́ o, èmi kọ́ mú sílé sí ṣùgbọ́n torí pé a fún wọn lórí ọ̀fẹ́ la fi ń fi ọ̀ràn kàn wọ́n ní gbogbo ìgbà tó tá a fi ọwọ́ ara wa fà òun ló pọ̀ jù. Ọlọ́run á fún wa ní etí ìgbọ́ university community. I want to thank God Almighty, the Alpha and the Omega. We made a choice of today and He has given us a good weather. Thank God for this opportunity. The weather is so favorable. He brought all of us here and we believe that our journey back is also going to be very safe and sound. Again, on behalf of the university management and the students, I want to thank the broad committee led by the chairpersons and the delegates from the NDLEA and other prestataries, they are present. When I saw the presence, I was overwhelmed. But ẹ̀ka ọ̀rọ̀ àfúnṣùbá àgbẹ̀ṣe kàkó lọ àwọn tẹ́bí wẹ̀ wá ọlọ́run àti ìwọ̀n ní bíbẹ́ sí ìwà lágbára ọlọ́run lábẹ́ tí a lè gbà ní ẹ̀mí ṣiṣẹ́ ṣe. God that brought you here safely will take you back to your patient safely. I also want to thank the representative of Magaji of Malete, Daddy, ẹ̀kú ìdílé o, òmíràn ìlágbára ọlọ́run ajẹ́ yín ṣe o, ẹ̀bá wa jíṣẹ́ fún ọ lórí pé adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ gidi gan-an ní jáfẹ́ àyè gbà wá. Ọlọ́run ní jẹ́ kí àwọn ọmọ wa fẹ́ ya àyàkúnyà. Ìdí tí Ọlọ́run fi dá ẹnì kọ̀ọ̀kan wá sáyé yóò wá sí ìmúṣẹ. The audience, our students, you are so wonderful. We appreciate your presence. The Lord will honor you.
Thank you, Dr. James, for thanking us. May we rise on our feet now as we wrap it up. with the second stanza of the national anthem as the closing prayer. 1, 2, go! So we shall now have a group photograph.